Welcome to now on lesson 26, another theory lesson I'm afraid. There's so much theory I wanted to cover. We're pretty much getting there now. I would say maybe just another one or two theory lessons before we practically get into more showing how some of this theory is actually applied to the guitar. We'll have a few lessons about talking about the guitar, just some basic things with it. We won't get too bogged down with the detail about, strings and major bar chords and various things, but some elements I will have to show you before we get really playing these chords from these. So let's have a look what we've got here today. Yesterday on lesson 25 we were just talking about the 12 chromatic notes. Just a quick recap, we'll go from a C to a C. If it's natural, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, like this one here. Chromatically, we count these black ones as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't include that one. It's just background to another. Now, just to recap on these black notes, these black keys, they are called enharmonic, in that they have two equivalents. It's two names with the same meaning. Let's look at the necker cube. If you look at this square at the front, if you keep staring at it, this square at the front will seem to point down to the left, like the cube. The three-dimensionality of the cube goes over there to the right, to the back. If you keep staring at it, you'll find that that small square at the back of the cube comes to the front, and it'll toggle back, so it may go back and forth slowly or quickly. It's the same thing. It's still the cube with two different ways of looking at it, and that's the same as these black enharmonic keys. Two ways of looking at the same thing. So 12 chromatic notes. That's what I called them here. I stacked them down here. The 7 natural, A, B, C, D, E, F and G. The ones in between, the enharmonic equivalent black key. Let's go to the A natural. Then this black one, that's this A sharp, B flat, B, C, C sharp and D flat here, and so forth. I'm going to write out here, we've already done the A natural here, and then we converted it via this tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone structure to turn it into a scale that gave it the sharps. Now we can also have an A sharp scale too, and an A sharp scale is the same as a B flat scale. It's enharmonic, so it's just the same thing, just two ways of writing it. So I'm going to do the A sharp and the B flat, and it's the same thing, it's the same scale. It's called a scale because I'm going to be converting it through the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone major formula. Now we're familiar with the major formula numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octave. It's actually called a scale degree, scale degrees, degree 1, 2, 3 and so forth. The first one I've wrote here, just ignore that. In fact, I've just wrote conversion to the chromatic scale from the chromatic notes via tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Under here I've put an arrow for tonic. I've wrote the word tonic to represent this first note in the scale. In this case we're just going to look at the A sharp. It's also known as the root note, and it's often referred to when we talk about the key of A major, the key of A sharp major, the key of B, the key of C, the key of D and so forth. You could say key scale of. I like the words key scale of. It reminds you that it's not a door key but an actual scale. Okay, let's go back onto here now then. We'll talk about this in a little while, and we'll talk about this in a little while. So if we look here, A sharp, B flat, that's the enharmonic black key here. Now we're going to go through the tone, tone, semitone structure. Sorry it's going to get a bit boring, but we will get there. I could spice up this mundane theory lessons by putting maybe some pictures of nude ladies or nude men for you ladies, or fancy cars or whatever you want, but sorry, can't be done. You're going to have to stick through this mundane stuff, but I promise we're getting there. So let's have a look. A sharp, we're starting on A sharp here and B flat. So let me get my blue pen. Some of these pens, if you've got a fine tip on them, they seem to write better, whereas the black one, you can see there's black lines, a bit scruffer. It's where the tip starts wearing out, and I also want it to stand out for the camera. So anyway, if we start on A sharp, B flat, we go tone, we land on the C. We go again, tone, we land on a D. Semitone, we land on a D sharp. So it's like we've got two Ds here, D and a D sharp. Okay, let's go from the D sharp. Tone, we land on a F. Tone, we land on a G. Tone, and we landed on an A. I'm not happy with that, this looks a bit scruffy. And from the A semitone we're back round again, A sharp. Let's put a bracket around that because we're only back to the beginning. Let's do the same equivalent. If we played these individual notes on the guitar or a piano, as we've just gone through here, when we do these ones, it's exactly the same. So A sharp, B flat, we're calling it B flat. Tone, you guessed it, it's a C. Tone, where we're D, semitone, we're here, we're going to call it an E flat. Bear in mind, a D sharp is the same as an E flat. So we're on tone, tone, semitone. We're going to go tone, going to give us an F. Tone, tone, and semitone. We are going to write B flat here, which again is the same as the A sharp. So these two are the enharmonic equivalent of the A sharp or B flat scale, from here to here. Now, I don't know if I've explained that good enough for you to understand. Let's just have a recap. We've done the naturals here, A to A, converted it into a scale. We've done B to B, converted it into a scale via the tone, tone, semitone. Done C to C, converted it. Again, we've done it with D, we've done it with the E, done it with F, done it with G. All we do, and that is the equivalent of these white keys, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we've got a scale for each one. A scale, a major scale, B major scale, C major scale, D major scale, E, and so forth. What we've done now is we've got a scale for the A sharp or B flat equivalent. We've now got a scale, incidentally that's this. We're going to do a scale for the C sharp and D flat. It's going to be wrote out the same here. We'll do maybe just these C sharp, D flat in the next lesson. Maybe another one, but I may just skip that because if you've got the gist of this, I want to get on to how it converts into chords, how we get an A major chord and an A sharp chord and the equivalent.